one thing that really stuck to me from one conversation, from one mastermind that I went to in November, I met a lot of killers, a lot of people that were really, really good in the online business space, making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And one of the speakers at the event was Hudson Cosper, and he talked about a concept that really changed my life forever. And that concept is worthiness, feeling like you deserve something. And he was making like I don't know, at the time I think he was making like 200K a month or something like that. And most of the attendees at the event, which was a very, it was a closed event, it was very small, maybe like 20 people or something, 15, 20 people. They were all making between like 10, 20K a month. He was making 200K a month. There were people that were making $1 million a month. Obviously they were speakers, but regardless of that, there were a lot of people talking about making big numbers, and a lot of us were asking, what's the difference? Like, what do we need to do differently now to get there? And obviously there are tactics, there is stuff that is important for people to understand and to know and to learn to scale a business or X, Y, and Z. But I asked him, he talked about the concept of visualizing and the concept of really becoming the person worthy of making 100K a month, making 200K a month, for example. And one of the main things that he said when I asked him, like, okay, I get that, but I guess, like, how do I actually implement that? How do I actually feel that way? Or like I asked, like, what's the difference? He said, the difference between you guys and me is that I believe that I am worthy of making that I am worthy of making $200,000 a month, and you guys don't. And I was like, okay. I guess I at the time I didn't really understand what that meant, and I thought it was a bit egotistical, but it really isn't, and I'm gonna explain why. If you believe in God, right? I believe in God. And if I believe in God, I believe God created everything. God created, the universe, the world, X, Y, and Z. Like, literally everything. And he created you and me. And if God, the creator of everything, he knows, because he can't be wrong, that you and I deserve to exist in the first place, that automatically gives us immeasurable value. Just like the fact that the creator of everything that is around us, the creator of heaven and earth, decided that we deserved a spot here on this earth, means that we are worthy of it. That doesn't mean that we're like, and the thing is, like, we're not more worthy than other people, and other people are not more worthy than us. Like, everyone is worthy of being here. That God decided that. God created every single one of us, right? And that gives us incredible value. Like, if you see nature, if you see a plant, if you see, a bird, a dog, they're all valuable creatures, but they were not made in the image of God, and we were. So we're even more valuable than them. Even like they also have immeasurable value, but we're more valuable than them. And the thing is, like, if God, and obviously I'm gonna do a quick point here, it's very important. There are, obviously worldly desires and desires that are not from God, that are from the enemy, 100%. But also there are desires that are godly, and those desires can be reflected in this planet. For example, like, if you want to become wealthy, that's not necessarily an evil desire. You can use money to do great things. You can do money to spread the word. You can make money to spread the word. You can help people. Like, there's a lot of things you can do, and automatically, when you make more money, you automatically improve not only your life, but everyone around you. Like, everyone's life around you improves, is better. Your family, your friends, like people in the street that you're able to now bless, that you weren't able to bless before. And going back to the desire thing that I talked about, if God gave us a purpose and God gave us certain dreams, and again, it's important to discern our worldly desires from God-given purpose. But if God gave us our dreams, if God gave us an idea, a thought in our head about something that we can achieve, that means that God knows that we are capable of achieving that purpose. It's not like he's theorizing. It's not like he believes, he thinks that we are capable of it. He knows that we are capable of it. So whenever you believe, or whenever you say, look, oh man, that's too hard. Oh man, I want to accomplish this, but it's just, it's just too difficult. That's not for me. That's offensive to God. That's so egotistical, because it's pretty much saying, hey God, you are wrong. And how can God be wrong? How can God be mistaken? If he gave you a specific belief, a specific dream that's aligned with him, and you don't act on it, you believe that you're not worthy of it, that is an offense to God. You are contradicting God, quite literally. And understanding that really made me also understand the worthiness thing that Hudson Cosper spoke at that event, which is like, wow, like if God knows that I'm capable of this, it means that I am worthy of it, because God instilled that belief in me. That means that I am worthy of it. And it doesn't only mean that I'm worthy of it, but it means that it already is mine. And this is what a lot of people get wrong when they're thinking about, you have to feel like you already have it and stuff like that. Well, yes, you have to, but a lot of people just try to do it out of force, out of forcing a belief. But when you actually understand it, when you actually understand what it means God has given us gifts and blessings that our responsibility is to find them and take them, but they're already ours. The same way in Easter, for example, there are, the chocolate, whatever, the candy that they hide from the kids, and the kids have to go out and find those gifts. Those things are already property of the kids. Like, they're already theirs, even though they cannot see it right now in this specific very moment in the 3D reality that we live. Even though they can't have it on their hands, like at that moment, that doesn't mean that gift isn't theirs. It is theirs, and it's already there. Like, it's in the same place. Like, it's right now, not later, not in the future, not in the past, because the past and the future does not fucking exist. Like, the only thing that exists is this moment right now. Like, what I'm like right now is the only thing we have. So with that analogy in mind, the same one, for example, I'm going to give another example that I think is a little bit easier, is, like when your parents hide a gift for Christmas, or when you were a kid and it was like, Christmas Eve, and you're like so excited because that tomorrow you'll get the presents, and not only that that you will get the presents and you have full certainty on it, but the present already, like the gifts that will be given to you the next day, already exist in the same place that you are. You just can't see them. That doesn't mean they're not there. That doesn't mean they're not yours. So all of the blessings that you want, all of the things the dreams that you have that are God-given, obviously, are already yours. And you need to understand this, because God doesn't work with the same rules than us. In this 3D reality that we live in, time is an illusion that we operate on. Understanding time, the past, yesterday, tomorrow, that doesn't exist. It doesn't. Tomorrow is like, we don't know. And yesterday is like already gone. It's not here anymore. The only thing we have is the present. So if God doesn't operate on time, and God is outside of time, everything that he's given to us, every blessing that he has for us, it already is. That's what it means. It's already done. Like, whatever it is that you want, it is already done. It is already yours. You just have to accept that gift. You just have to look for it, and you'll find it, because it's yours. all of the dreams, all of the, goals that I have, if I have them, it's for a reason. It's because God knows that I'm capable of achieving those dreams. That means, again, he's not theorizing, he's not thinking, he's not believing, in us. He knows for a fact that we are capable of it, meaning that those blessings are already ours. They're just for the taking, but they're already ours. It's already mine. The 100K, 200K months, that's already mine. It's already done. Like, I just need to take it, Sometimes it does take, obviously there's a path to it. You need to take action to it. You just can't, sit and meditate and visualize and then magically everything's gonna appear without action. Obviously you have to help yourself and God will help you. But all of that is already mine. It's already my property. And whatever it is that you want, it is already yours. You just have to believe it. You just have to understand that. The same way that when our parents, when we were younger, hid the gifts, like Christmas gifts, from us, but they were already ours. It's the exact same thing with God and our dreams and our purpose and our goals. So yeah, I hope it made sense, because for me, this has been such a game changer on putting all of my faith in God, and not for my desires, but just understanding that whatever is going on, whatever problem is happening right now with the business or whatever it is, that it is part of the journey, that it is part of my quest on finding those gifts that are already mine. Everything is happening for me in a perfect way, where I need to learn certain lessons in order to in order to find and accept that gift, because it's already been given to me. I just have to accept it. And inevitably, I will get it. Same thing for you. So think about this. Actually, sit with these ideas for a little bit. And it is truly wonderful. It is truly wonderful how worthy we are of what God has given us as a purpose. Because if we were not capable of achieving that, God would not have given us that purpose and that dream. So, yeah, hope this was helpful, bro. Honestly, this has been such a game changer for me, and I hope it is for you. I'll see you in the next video.